New World Gaming, and today I am on Fallout 4 and I have spent a ridiculous amount of hours, maybe 40 plus, building this settlement. I mean, it's perhaps not the most epic settlement in the world, but to be honest I think I've done a pretty good job. Right, who we got here?
If you work, you eat.
A random settler. I don't recognise that one, so I reckon it's probably a good one. What we've got here, let me close the gate because new settlers are constantly opening it. I've got my spotlight up here to add for security and a raised guard post. And if you look, no one's going to fit through here, and you do well to shoot through it because there's a guy up there, probably with a sniper or a semi-automatic machine gun. Alright, so let's go through. If I can open my own gate. Oh, there's two people with guns and flamethrowers and knives and all sorts. Okay, over here is, if you recognise this house, it is the one you start in. I decided to make this probably the perfect place to set up what is, without my choice, the Brahmin encampment, because I'd already built this and it sort of looked like a shelter already. The Brahmin can go through here. If he really wants to, he can escape, but he seems quite happy here. He's got his feeder. He's got a shelter with lots of hay in, so not a lot of roof, but if he wants to sleep, he can find somewhere to go. Kate, come out of the enclosure, for crying out loud. I've already told you this before. Look, now you're encouraging the Brahmin to escape. What are you doing? Right, let's close that. Anyway, the Brahmin should go back into his enclosure. Anyway, I've got the rear gate here with another guard post. That is going to become something eventually, I think. Raised platform there. But I've also got a spotlight supporting this side. Right, let's go for the main tour. I'm sorry it's a bit foggy. Unfortunately, visibility is not great. I do feel a bit bad that Kate is in probably the worst condition she could be in terms of power armor, and so am I, because we just obliterated the Brotherhood of Steel, and that took a lot out of us. I mean, stimpaks galore. But we got through. Okay, if you look in here, we've got one of my settlers. I decided to sign this one as a sniper, but she's not doing very good in here, really. Okay, that's what's left of my power armor, only the chest piece. But anyway, this is my workshop, I suppose you could best describe it. I've got my power armor station, toolbox where I've got various other things in, weapons station, armor station. I suppose if you call it in here, this is probably like the communal centre. Bit of seating. Other than that, I've got a bit of a, I suppose what you could call emergency bedding, which I seem to need quite a lot because my settlement seems to expand quicker than I can cope with. There's nothing in here yet, but I plan to make something of it. Up here's the market with trading, armour, weapons, clothing, the major bits. I'd like to say, if I go up here, but before I go up here, here's the farm. Razor grain, corn, potatoes and muckgrain, or whatever they're called. This is my office. Obviously got the Minutemen and the American flag there. Look over here, on a clear day you can see pretty much most of what's going on in the main courtyard, but this is definitely my favourite bit, apart from looking over there, is the courtyard here I've fabricated. With an additional guard post up here. It'd be ideal if the if my sniper was up here, but they rotate, so I'm not going to complain about it. Hello, I've got a viewer, so welcome to the viewing. I'm just giving a tour of my base. Let's see, so if we go at the back here, you can see what I've done with my with my water. It's producing 40 water, so I'm not going to run short of that ever. But this is the back door, so obviously I've got to have two of the what I believe to be the Mark II turrets. I might upgrade them soon to lasers, or perhaps missile turrets actually really soon. Hopefully, if I get the resources. I've got a lot of corn growing here, but here's where it gets interesting. I've organised things in such a way. This is going to be another little. I'm going to build another house on here. I just need to figure out a way of glitching the concrete foundations through the bush, which I know I'll be able to do. I just need to have a bit of time to figure out how to bug the game to get it through there, I suppose. But what I've used here is the beacon tower for recruiting, but instead of using it as just a beacon tower, I've used it as a sort of like a pylon, and I've got power going to this bungalow and this bungalow, and from this I've got it going straight over to over there, and this one I've got it going over to here and then running over across there. So everybody's got power running off of this beacon. I suppose you could probably describe it as shantytown. Well, I suppose this and this were the prefabs, and this one, which has got the luxury of a radio, even though it's not the top class. If you go in here, I've got 3 beds with some storage capacity, suitcase, steam trunk, dresser. I've got some nice carpets, and yeah, bit of luxury. Everyone's got a light. But if I go up here, I suppose this is what you would describe as a rich estate. It's got a little bit of extra work to do to it. I'm going to probably add another house here. But if you go into this room, we've got 3 beds and a triple airplane seat sofa with my favourite show, also known as Please Stand By. And obviously the big house, as I like to call it, which definitely needs more beds into it. It's got a lovely little seating area where everyone can listen to radio, get their most recent updates. 2 beds there, probably not the best place. I'm thinking about maybe adding another bed or 2 up here, because I'm running very short and I don't like putting people in the communal house. But, oh, I can't get out that way. Alright, I'll go downstairs, go out the side door. But if I go round the side like this is why I like the big house. You get to come outside and look down on the farming land off their own personal property. Oh, and of course they have a bar with outdoor seating. And if they don't fancy looking down on the farming, they can look down on all the commoners and the peasants down in the common land. A bit of a spike post there, I suppose, to show our dominance. I think that's pretty much it for this settlement. If anyone has any comments, please feel free to send me a message on the PlayStation Network. Please do. I'm sure you've got some brilliant comments. If not, send me a comment on Facebook on New World Gaming or on YouTube. But I'm thinking about building up here, or maybe extending out from that. If anyone has any idea of what I should build or how I should build it, then please tell me. I'd love to hear your input. Okay, well, I'm going to sign off now. Thank you for your viewing, I guess. Well, that's everything, I guess. So bye.